Hey, what is on guys, CLDY. Now a quick disclaimer before I start the video, this video is more like geared towards people that are looking to buy their first bot. So if you already own a bot or you already have done a lot of research into bots, then maybe this isn't a video for you because there's probably not too much in it that you can learn. It is really geared for those people that don't know much about bots but perhaps want to know a little bit more about them. Also, this video is mostly focused on Supreme bots, so some of the stuff isn't really going to apply to like all-in-one bots, so just wanted to let you guys know about that. Now the biggest thing that you have to know when it comes to buying bots is that there is a risk factor to buying a bot. Like for example, no bot can guarantee you that you'll cop on the box logo drop, no matter how good it is. And if you're going to buy a bot, there is a very real chance that your investment into the bot might not pay off, and that you might be better off going manual. So when it comes to bots, they're like sort of three tiers, like roughly three tiers, like very rough tiers. You have like the consumer level bots, then you have like the intermediate level bots, and then you have the top tier bots. In reality, it's more like two tiers. You have the entry levels, and then you have like the kind of two intermediate and top tier bots like on their own. But I'm just gonna break it up into three different tiers and let's get into that. So consumer bots are the ones that are like always in stock and that you never see sell out at all. These are the ones that you'll find usually like being promoted on Instagram, Twitter, and stuff like that, and they'll usually run you for less than $100. These kind of bots are more geared towards like manual users like myself that just wants to get myself an extra edge over the competition. They're kind of like an accessory to copying manually. Like let's say you go for it manually, but you can also leave the bot running in the background so that it can sometimes copy an item. They're really for people that want to like grab things for the personal or wants to grab like a few things for the resale every single week. These are definitely not the type of bots that you want to get into like really serious reselling. You want to make actual money reselling, then these are not really the bots for you. Consumer bots are really not consistent a lot of times, and sometimes you might as well go manual because like these bots fail a lot. And that's the reason they're like cheap, is because they're meant to be accessible and they're meant to like just be an option that's always out there for you guys. That's like the market that they fit into. If you do plan to get a bot like this, I really recommend you to not spend over $50 because it's just not that ideal of a bot, and honestly, for a lot of people, you just might as well go manual. And then you have intermediate level bots. And these bots are like the same thing as the top tier ones, but they just aren't as like consistent. If any of these bots like get an update that makes them like really good, then they'll jump into that top tier right away. But the reason they're not is because most likely recently they haven't been like that good. Bots in this like tier will usually be sold out, so if you do want to copy, most of the time you have to buy it off a restock or buy it off like some reseller. Or somebody that bought the bot and don't like it and want to sell it. One of the two. Pretty much the resale value can like really fluctuate based on how much like recent success the bot has had. If the bot like copped recently, then it'll be a little bit more expensive. It'll sell for a good amount over the retail price. But if it's been taking hella L's and it's not that good, then it might even sell for less than the retail. So the range is like pretty big out there. And these type of bots are really meant for resellers. If you're not a reseller, then these bots like really aren't for you. You have to be the type of reseller that's gonna cop like multiples of the same item. So let's say you want to cop like 3 box logos or like 3 North Face jackets, you know what I mean? You don't want to be the type that just wants to cop one, sell it, and call that reselling. You have to be like seriously into the reselling game and selling like multiple items every week for this to be like the bot for you. There's a reason that the resale is not crazy on them, and that's because they don't cop really consistently every single week. So you really want to be going for a lot of items every week so that whenever the bot does work out and it does cop. And usually that's the main difference between like nice bots and like the cheaper consumer ones, is that the nice bots can run like multiple tasks and can copy you multiples of the same item or cop for like multiple people. That's like the biggest difference, and that they're just like better overall. And then finally, we'll get into like the top tier bots. Now these bots are like the same as the intermediate level bots, like same features and everything, but they carry much more resale value because of like the success they had. Usually the recent success is like what controls the resale value. People don't look for like the success they had like last season, they look for the most recent ones, and that's how the resale value gets like determined. So like the really top tier bots can like easily resell for over $1,000. That's because like they have a lot of potential and they can really make you money when they do cook. And they cook more often than the other bots. If you do choose to get a bot like this, obviously know what you're doing because you're spending a lot of money. You don't want to use this to like cop like 1 or 2 box logos for the personal. You want to be the type of person that like wants to go for like 10 box logos all for the resale. And that can be possible if you get like a really nice bot. Again, because bots like can't consistently cop every single week, you really want to hit hard when you get the chance to cop. Like let's say you cop like 10 box logos, that pay for the price of the bot and more. So you really want to have the ability to hit like really hard whenever you get the chance to. And like even though they are so expensive, one big week will make you your money back. So that is why they go for so much, because there's like so much potential with them. Another way to make money back when you buy such an expensive bot like this one is to just like every week run slots with people. You can like make some extra money each week running slots, and that's just another thing you can do. So like if you really want to get into reselling, you really want to make like serious money reselling, and you have the budget to resell, then like getting a bot like this is really the best bang for your buck when compared to like every single type of bots, because these are the ones that really have that potential to make you your profit, and they also have the most risk because of the price. But if you do want to resell like very seriously, like maybe even resell as like a career or like a job, then think about it. So now that I've gone over like every type of bots, I'm gonna go over some of the cons of like bots in general. So the first reason is that bots can fall off. Anytime Supreme can like release an update that just fucks over a single bot. So you could buy a bot and then an update comes out the next week, literally, and then the bot you bought is like irrelevant. So let's say you could buy a really nice bot for $500 and then an update causes it to no longer be as good, and now that bot is like $200 and it doesn't cook. So you really have to be careful when buying bots. Reason 2 is that there are like additional fees that you do have to pay when it comes to bots. If you don't have a lifetime copy, then you usually have to pay for the renewal fee. Some bots have like 6 months renewal fees, some you have to pay every year, but sometimes you have to pay like, you know, money to keep your bot. So that's another thing you have to think about. To really use your bot properly, you'll have to pay for like a good cook group that can help you with using your bot, that can help you with like what items to copy and everything. That's extra money you need to spend. And you'll need to get proxies because you'll be running a lot of tasks and you don't want to get banned for Supreme. So that's another thing that you need to do. And that's just like extra money that you need to spend when it comes to using a bot on top of already buying a bot. So just something that you have to keep in mind. Third is that exit scams do exist. An exit scam is when like a bot owner just disappears and no longer releases any updates for the bot and essentially takes the money and runs away. So you could get really unlucky. Let's say you buy a bot and you get to use it for like 1 or 2 weeks and then this happens and you're really unlucky. So that's just another thing you have to think about. Sometimes when a bot starts to fail, the owner might become like discouraged and it might be like, shit, this might be a time to run away. So you have to be really careful. Some really popular bots have been like exit scams, so be really careful. The next thing is like, if you don't have a big budget, then don't buy like a nice bot. Let's say you spend $1,000 on a bot, but you don't have the money to cop like 3 box logo hoodies during a box logo drop. Is that really worth it? You really need the budget and the different like cards and everything to cop like 10, you know, box logo hoodies. You don't want to cop just a few. That is not worth it because you paid so much for the bot. So you really need to have the ability to cop like with like multiple credit cards and everything. And you really want like a big budget. So get that sorted out before you do get a bot, especially when you get an expensive one. The final reason will sum everything up, and overall it's just that buying bots are risky. If a bot could guarantee that it can cop the box logo drop, then it'll go for thousands of dollars, like literally. But no bot can do that, so that's why there aren't any bots that really go for that much, except for all-in-one bots, but that video is not about those kind of bots. So there really is a risk factor when buying a bot. You spend a lot of money, so can you really make it back? And how much does it really help you over like manual? So like you have to really consider that when you're getting a bot, because you don't want to like waste your money like that. Okay, so if you do want to get a bot and you want to learn more about bots maybe, then there are like really honestly just 2 big marketplaces and communities for bots, and they both exist on Discord. Tidal and Botmart are like the 2 biggest communities. They also act as like a middleman so that you don't get scammed when buying a bot and you don't get scammed when selling a bot. So if you do want a bot or want to like ask questions and talk to people about bots, then definitely join them on Discord. That is like where you want to go if you do want to get a bot for resale. Some random information that I'm just gonna let you guys know about bots that I forgot to like mention earlier is that you can't rent a bot out. So you want to try a bot, you can't rent it out for like a week and like see what is it like to use a bot and see if you like it or not. Usually, depending on how good it is, like the really shitty bots, you can rent them for like 20 bucks a week, and then the good bots, you can rent them for like $100 a week. So you do want to try a bot out, maybe rent it out and see what happens. And then you'll know if you like using bots or not, and that you'll understand like that sometimes bots will just fail and that you'll waste your money. And at least you didn't pay for the full price of the bot because you only rented it. So that's always an option you can try. And if you see the acronym AIO, it means that the bot is like all in one. That means the bot can like cop on multiple websites. And usually bots like this will go for like more money because they have more potential to cop. But sometimes It can also mean that they're more of a jack of all trades and like master of none. I think that's the saying. So if you're mostly focused on copying Supreme, probably get a Supreme bot. It'll be more worth it. And honestly, that's all I have for this video. So one thing I do recommend all you guys do right now is go join my Discord. Links in the description and in the comments down below. Leave a comment down below of like what kind of videos you guys want in the future. Leave in the comments down below what bots you guys using, or like what bots do you guys think about buying. And that's it for this video. So you guys did enjoy this video and it helped you guys out, please drop me a like down below. I appreciate every single like you guys drop me. And subscribe to the channel for more videos. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.